Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we are doing a chase for the personal collection, and we are opening some old junk wax from 1992. So we are going after the Jeff Kent rookie card. It is in Series 2 of 1992 Leaf. And in particular, we're going for the Jeff Kent Black Gold rookie card. So I do have one of these, but as you can see, it does have a defect on it. And so this is one that I want to see if we can get a gradable card. And so we are going to open up a box here today, going after the Black Gold Jeff Kent rookie card. This is one, personally, Jeff Kent's one of my favorite players. He did not get into the Hall of Fame, unfortunately. He is off the ballot after 10 years. Finished around 45% in his last year. I do think eventually one day he's going to get voted on. Obviously outside of the baseball writers process. And so want to go ahead and give this a shot. It is selling for quite a bit. Recent sales have gone over $1,000 for this card. The PSA 10s, there's only 6 in population, and you'll see from the quality, it's typical junk wax here. And so I did pull one of these. Unfortunately, the audio didn't come out good, so I'm not going to post it, but I will show you how we did in the first box that I opened up. We did get a Bonds and a Griffey. These are the Black Golds that we're going for. And we did pull 4 Jeff Kent rookie cards on the base rookie cards, and you'll see here is this pack on this product in particular has a border on it, and so it's going to be tough. The centering is all over the place. This is an example. You can see it's really heavy on the bottom and a little bit on the left here too. So it is pretty rare. It's, just typical junk wax. It's going to be rare to get be able to gem these, but if you can, a lot of these cards carry a pretty good amount of value. Particularly this Jeff Kent card is the most valuable in this set, but there's a lot of good names in here. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it and see if we can pull the Jeff Kent Black Gold. So this is 1992 Series 2 Leaf, and there are 36 packs in here. So we'll go ahead and empty this out, all 36 packs, and get this stacked over here. So in these 36 packs, you get 35 base cards, and you're going to get one of those Black Golds in every pack. And also in there's gold rookies. Inserts as well. The best rookie is Pedro Martinez, and he is in Series 1. I did pull that card. I ordered these on eBay, and I was accidentally sent Series 1. And so I did open that up, and we did get the Pedro rookie, so it was awesome. So let's go ahead and get right into it. 36 packs. We're going to try to move pretty quickly through this. As we'll see, we are going for those Black Golds, so let's jump right into it. Moises Alou, good stuff there. Todd Zeal, Andres Galarraga, and here's our Black Gold, and we got Mark McLemore for the Black Gold. Chuck Finley, Thomas Howard, George Bell, Anthony Young, Trevor Wilson, and Eddie Murray. So some of these cards, Eddie Murray, usually Hall of Famer, he carries a decent amount of value. So we'll put some of the big names aside and take a look at those and see if we can get anything that might be worth a shot at grading. All right, Doug Strange. Here's our Black Gold. Dave Fleming. Frank Thomas, nice on the base. Anthony Young. Joe Carter, and then Mark McLemore. Jeff Kent, nice. So here's a Jeff Kent rookie base. A little banged up here on the corner, but the centering here looked not too bad. A little off on the back, but here we go. Nice. So our first Jeff Kent rookie base right there. I will take it. Dave Martinez right there in the back. So my strategy here is to open a lot. And so play the odds, see how many we can get, and see if we can get one that we can gem here. Correct Leffers. All right, we got Spike Owens on the black gold. Moises Alou again. Todd Zeal. Wally Joyner. Chris Jones. Bobby Witt. Albert Bell. All right, let's get into our third pack here. So I like to do some of these on this channel. We're going to do a lot of chase videos, so chasing for that PC, our personal collection here. And this is one I've been after for wanting to give it a shot here for a while. Here we go. What do we got? Mike Stanton on the black gold. And so sometimes you're in a lull with new product. Randy Johnson. There we go. And so right now we're waiting for some product to come in. And so it's a good opportunity. Try to go after some of those PC guys here. And do a little chase video here. So Todd Zeal, Wally Joyner. Put a lot of Todd Zeal there. Okay, Kurt Schilling, nice. All right, our black gold, Vince Horsman. We'll put this Kurt Schilling aside. These cards are all over the place. Brady Anderson, Kevin Ward, Chili Davis. Jeff Kent, 377 career home runs, most by a second baseman in history. At some point, it's got to get recognized. Oh, this pack here looks like all the left corner here. Jack Clark, Jose Oquendo, Tom Glavine, very nice. I'm hoping we don't pull the Jeff Kent on this pack. This pack's a little banged up. All right, nice. We did it. Okay. George Bell, Jose Offerman, Ryan Sandberg. Nice to put that aside. So what's cool about this one, so 1992, this is one of the first packs to do parallel inserts. So very common today, but this was one of the first sets to do that. So they have the rookie parallels, as well as the black gold parallels in here. Brian Hunter, Jenny Jackson, Gary Carter, Chuck Finley, and who do we got? Darren Dalton. Todd Zeal for the 10th time. Chuck Finley, Wally Joyner, Ryan Sandberg. All right, into the next pack here. Steve Fry, Gary Wayne, Eric Davis, Todd Worrell, Jack Morris, and Deion Sanders. Very nice. This card does carry some value here on the black gold. But yeah, you can unfortunately see up top here, we got some issues with that gold. The centering actually doesn't look bad on this one. Heavy on the right on the back, but unfortunately, that gold did not come through all the way there. But that one got a PSA 10 on the black. Does carry some value. Okay, here's the rookie gold. Nice. Johnny Ruffin right here. And that's the rookie inserts. Moises Alou, Todd Zeal, Wally Joyner, Chuck Finley. Okay. Seeing a lot of repeats here. It'd be nice to be repeating some Jeff Kents here. Tom Foley. Ellis Burks. Very cool. Benito Santiago. Deion Sanders. Nice. And Ken Griffey Jr. Very good. Nice name there. To pull. Does look a little off-centered here from heavy on the right. And the back's off as well. But Ken Griffey Jr., that is one we are looking for. Jose Canseco, Fred McGriff. Put those guys aside. Jeff Schaefer, Gary Pettis. Okay. Yeah, the other Griffey we pulled in our first box looked better than that. Bonds is in here, Tomei's in here. Some pretty good names. Randy Johnson. So pulling a good name like that on a black gold would be awesome. Okay, this black gold's upside down. Here we go. Oh, I got really excited there. Jeff King, not Jeff Kent. Thought we had it, guys. Greg Vaughn. Deion James. Jim McNamara for the Giants. Jeff King. All right. What's up there? Come on. Craig Biggio. Nice. Put that guy aside. Bobby Witt on the base. Who do we got? Jack Clark. Nice. On the black gold. There we go. Greg Olson, Royce Clayton, Jose Canseco. Mike Jackson, I remember him, reliever for the Giants. Terry Mulholland, Doug Strange, Lance Blankenship, and I already see a defect. Hopefully it's not Jeff Kent. Keith Miller. You see some of this gold here. Starting to look a little common with this box, unfortunately. Gary Carter, Deion Sanders on the base, Todd Worrell, Dave Silvestri on the rookie gold. Alex Cole, Randy Johnson, nice. And Ramon Martinez, brother of Pedro Martinez. A little, not too bad on the Randy Johnson here. All right, on to the next pack. Tino Martinez, Eric Bell, Darren Lewis. All right, we got Ruben Amaro, Mike Jackson, Jose Mesa. All right, so far one base rookie, Jeff Kent. And that black gold up there is just to show what we're chasing. It's already in the collection, but trying to get a better quality one here. John Vanderwall and Craig Willis. Brian Hunter, Mike Bordick, Terry Leach, Paul Miller, and Donnie Hill. All right. Trying to go through these fairly quickly as we got 36 packs. Don't want this video to go too long. All right, Scott Blinkhead. Chris James. I do not remember that guy for the Giants. All right, our black gold. Darren Lewis, nice. I do remember him, center fielder. I don't think I've pulled a Darren Lewis on the black gold. Kurt McCassell, Terry Mulholland, Jack Clark, Jose Oquendo, Kevin Mass, Tom Glavine. Nice. That doesn't look too bad. The back, that one looks pretty good. Okay, like it. Glenn Davis, and Lee Stevens, George Bell, Barry Jones, Frank Thomas, nice. Looks decent. All right. Bill Swift, the Giants. I believe he was a 20-game winner in the following year, in '93. And our black gold, here we go. It's upside down, and we got Cliff Brantley. Anthony Young, Jose Mesa, Lee Stevens, George Bell. Lots of that next pack here. All right, this one's a little tough. Come on. There we go. Greg Vaughn. Ken Griffey Jr. Nice. Go. Not too bad of a card. We'll put that guy aside. And there we go. Mike Sharpierson for the Dodgers. Frank Thomas. Jim Tomei. Not bad. I got a little ding right there. There we go. Greg Maddox. Very nice. Another Frank Thomas. There we go. Put those guys aside. Jim McNamara. Alejandro Pena. Kyle Abbott. And Rick Sutcliffe. Move that stack over there. Get a new one going before that whole thing tips. And we're about halfway through. So far, only pulled one. Jeff Kent. There we go. Matt Williams. Walt Weiss. Curtis Wilkerson. Arthur Rhodes. Okay, here's our black gold. Mike Maddox on the black gold there. Al Newman. Lee Stevens. Oh, these are all bent. Anthony Young. His corners are bent pretty bad. There we go. And these packs are sealed. Jack Morris. Bob Scalan. Todd Zeal. Once again. And we got Gary Carter on the black gold. Michael Huff. Greg Olson. Kevin Mass. Frank Castillo. Vince Horseman. Al Newman. And Mike Bilecki. I'll put that Matt Williams aside. Got quite a few of him for my childhood PC. John Kruk. And Kevin Ritz on the black gold. Marquise Grissom. There you go, Greg Maddox. Put him aside. Randy Bush. Okay. Terry Leach. Paul Miller. Donnie Hill. Lenny Dykstra. Wally Joyner, and our black gold in this pack is Butch Henry. This one. Don't beat up there. Storm Davis, Dave Burba, Bobby Witt, Reggie Sanders, Marquise Grissom. Bobby Witt again. Luis Rivera, Andres Galarraga. These are a little beat up on top. Black gold looks okay up there. And we got Eric Bell. Chris James, Dennis Cook, Peter Hoy, Brady Anderson, Kevin Ward, Bill Landrum, Arthur Rhodes. All right, let's get a good name here on this black gold. We're due. Jeff King, Moises Alou. Man, I gotta count how many Todd Zeals I've pulled by the end of this. It's got to be close to 10. All right, we got a J. Come on. Juan Guerrero. Albert Bell. Trevor Wilson. Steve Housey, I believe, on the rookie gold. And I do not remember ever hearing that name from the Giants. Luis Rivera, Albert Bell, another Albert Bell there. Barry Bonds, very nice. Very nice. Unfortunately, looks a little scratched right there. And up here, the centering doesn't look too bad on the front. A little off on the back, but Barry Bonds. Good name to pull. And Chuck Krim on the black gold for this pack. Eric Karros for the Dodgers. Mark McLemore, John Flaherty. Memory of Eric Karros is I felt like every game he played against the Giants, he hit a home run. That's what it just felt like as a kid. See that name, it's just bad memories. Jacob Bumfield, Mike G. Thomas, Howard, and Kim for the Phillies, shortstop. I've never heard that name before. Terry Mulholland, Mark Witten, Chili Davis, Bob Welch. First box I opened, a lot of Jeff Kents were flying out there on the base side. Greg Olson, we are due for one here. Doug Strange, here we go. And Bobby Witt for the Rangers. Terry Mulholland, Doug Strange, Jose Mesa, Rick Wilkins. Go. I got that black gold in the second card here. And Paul Sorrento for the Indians. On our black gold for this pack, Gary Sheffield on the base. Very nice. Not too bad. Barry Jones, Paul Miller, Donnie Hill, Lenny Dykstra, Bernard, Rick Sutcliffe, Jack McDowell. I always see this one's a little rough on the gold. Jeff Kent, nice. We pulled it, but this one looks worse than the one I got, unfortunately. Oh, we pulled it, guys, for the first time, but you can see down here, it is banged up here on the bottom right-hand side. pretty off-centered here in the back. But this is the chase card that we are after, so but not in the grade we are looking for. But we pulled a Jeff Kent. That was the first time, you know, this one I bought at a card shop in Corpus Christi over the summer with a whole pile. It was a whole bunch of these black golds, big old stack for 20 bucks. And I saw Jeff Kent on top. I'm like, oh man, I gotta get it. And then saw I had a little bit of a defect there. Oh, knocking these all over the place. Yeah, so the one that I got here, you can see a little bit of error there. And then this one, kind of the same spot, really that same issue, but a little banged up on the border, on the gold border there. A little scratched. But that is the first time I have pulled that from a pack. So it's a start, guys. It's a start. This is one, my strategy is we're going to have to pull a lot of them. And I can see why, you know, going online and looking and just the PSA 10 population on PSA's website is 6. So I can see why, you know, the last two sales were well over 1,000. I think one was 1,100. The last one went recently for 1,300. Kevin Brown, nice. Lance Blankenship. And Tino Martinez on the black gold. Darren Lewis. But yeah, it's a start. We're going to have to keep ripping. I got another box. So we'll do another part here, unless we pull something really good here. Actually, regardless, we're going to do another one. We got it. Gary Sheffield, nice, on the black gold. This pack's a little banged up in a very similar spot here, a little beat up here. Otherwise, this one looked pretty good. A little heavy on the left and on the bottom, and heavy on the right, on the back. Gary Sheffield on the black gold. Deion Sanders on the base. Not too bad. And Paul Sorto to round us out. All right, we got 5 packs to go. Let's see if we can pull another Kent rookie. I doubt we'll get a black gold. Those don't come out very often. I mean, 1 per pack, but you got a decent list of guys. John Flaherty. John Flaherty. Rick Gossage, Lonnie Smith, and Dan Wilson. I pulled him in the first box there. This one actually looks a lot better than the one I pulled. But not a whole lot of value in that card. Reggie Sanders, Dave Hollins. Looking it up last time. Let's hope there was some. But Rafael Palmeiro on the base. Wade Boggs, nice. This girl looks pretty good. Not too bad. Little ding in the top left there, but overall decent looking card there. Wade Boggs, good name. Todd Worrell. Chris Jones, and we got Michael Huff on the black gold. Ellis Burks, Travis Fryman, George Bell, and Jeff Schaefer. All right, 3 packs to go. Craig Biggio. There we go. Hall of Famer. Start us off at least. First here, look a little dinged. See that? A little bent in the top right-hand corner, unfortunately. Bobby Witt. Ed Martell. Pitcher for the Yankees on the rookie gold. Al Newman and Rick Wilkins on the black gold there. John Kruk, Bobby Bonilla, Carlton Fisk, Terry Steinbach, Paul Miller, Tom Candiotti, and Gene Larkin. All right, 2 packs to go. on this 1992 Leaf Series 2 rip here. Mike Jackson, Moises Alou, and Andres Galarraga. Not bad. There we go. On the black gold. You do see some of the gold border here missing. Curious if that's from just age or if that was just how it got printed. Craig Biggio again. Jim Tomei. Nice, good card. Dinged on the top left, like most of this box. Corners are a little dinged up, or this pack at least. Greg Maddux. Decent looking Maddux there. Frank Thomas. Not too bad. All right, last pack in this rip. It's always good pulling your chase card, you know, so I look at it as a successful rip, pulling the chase, and it's always fun. I love ripping packs, especially going back to 1992. Always fun here. Juan Guerrero. Okay, our last black gold. Let's see. Who do we got here? And it is Andy Allenson. Marquise Grissom. Another Maddux there. Got quite a bit of Maddux. Royce Clayton, which I'll never complain. Darren Lewis and Ron Darling to round it out. All right, that does it. So we did pull 2 Jeff Kents. We did 1 base and 1 black gold. The base card looks a lot better than the black gold card. I do got a little ding here in the top left, and a little off-centered on the back, but probably one of the better base cards that I've pulled as far as centering goes. And then the Kent black gold, as we already went into, some defects there on the gold lining there, a little off-centered here. So this is definitely not something I would say is gradable, but we did pull the card we were chasing, which is always good. And in these videos, as we did get the chase card, just not in the grade we wanted. And another Griffey on the black gold, the one we pulled in our last video, not last video, but our last rip. Unfortunately, that audio and video wasn't great, so I'm not going to post it. This one looks a lot better than the one we got here. But overall, hey, tons of fun. That's part of the hobby. I appreciate you guys stopping by. So thank you. Give us, if you like this video, please give a like, give a comment. And if you like these videos, we do a lot of new stuff, and we'll do some old stuff as well on this chase card. So leave a subscription, give us a sub if you haven't already. We greatly appreciate it. And until our next video, keep ripping, keep having fun, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys. See ya.